This is WNES, where the true news comes straight to you.
Hi, I'm Aubrey.
Hi, I'm Grayson.
And welcome to WNES.
First up, we have Emma doing Yorkshire Terriers.
After that, we have Trey with Kylian Mbappé.
Abby doing Girl Scouts.
Knox with Kevin Durant.
Betta with Albert Einstein.
Grayson with Atari.
And Aubrey with the New York Yankees. On to you, Emma.
Thanks, Grayson. Have you ever heard of Yorkshire Terriers? Yorkshire Terriers are small dogs. They have been around since the mid-1800s, so I'd be surprised if you didn't know about them. In northern England, they wanted a dog that was bold enough to kill rats and small enough to be held in a pocket. So in the late 1800s, Yorkies became a fashionable pet. The breed was from Lancashire and Yorkshire, England. Yorkshire Terriers usually stand 6 to 9 inches and weigh about 4 to 7 pounds. Yorkshire Terriers have a nickname which is called Yorkie. Yorkie's colors are black and tan, black and gold, and blue and tan. Yorkie's hair is long and silky. Their hair can grow to 3 inches. In 1945, a Yorkie named Smokey had a mission. Smokey had to go through a narrow pipe so the soldiers could communicate to each other, and Smokey did it. She was a hero. After that, her and her owner went to show businesses. They performed 42 tricks and never repeated one single trick. Yorkies are perfect family pets. Maybe next time you see a Yorkshire Terrier, you should consider buying one. Back to you, Aubrey.
Wow, Emma, I never knew Yorkies could be so many colors. Now we have Trey with Kylian Mbappé.
Thank you, Aubrey. Kylian Mbappé is a professional soccer player for the French national soccer team and St. Paris German soccer teams. Kylian Mbappé was born in Paris and grew up in Bondy. He joined the club's youth team at the age of 6. Mbappé was 14 when he signed AS Monaco. AS Monaco is French top division league. Mbappé was just turning 17 when he made his debut with AS Monaco. During the 2018 World Cup, Mbappé became the first 19-year-old French soccer player to ever score in the World Cup competition. Mbappé received the World Cup's Best Young Player award. He was also the first 19-year-old to score a World Cup goal. He went on to score a total of 5 World Cup goals. Mbappé became one of the first players in soccer history to score 4 World Cup final goals. Mbappé scored 8 goals in 7 matches, and he won the Golden Boot award. In 2022, Mbappé became one of the first players to score 4 World Cup goals. Back to you, Grayson.
I never knew that he scored 4 winning goals for the World Cup. Take it away, Abby.
Thank you, Grayson. Here are some facts about Girl Scouts. Girl Scout troops normally have 2 troop leaders and sometimes an older helper. Girl Scout troops will most likely have 2 levels in one troop, like Daisies and Brownies or Juniors and Cadets. Agnes Baden-Powell is the founder of Girl Guides, which is now called Girl Scouts in the U.S. Also, Agnes's brother is the founder of Boy Scouts. The very first Girl Scout troop was run by Juliet Gordon Lowe in Savannah, Georgia. She wanted to make an organization dedicated to helping girls build character. All Girl Scout troops have a pledge called a promise and a set of standards called a law. The exact wording varies from country to country. Girls can start Girl Scouts at any grade, kindergarten to 12th grade. Girl Scout levels go by grade, so if your friend is Girl Scouts and you're in the same grade, you'll be the same level. You just have to be in the same troop. Girl Scout troops will pick up trash on places like beaches and will donate to other places like schools, hospitals, and fire and police departments, which are only a few of the places they donate to. Troops will go on fun, exciting trips such as camping, hiking, ice skating, and obstacle courses. Back to you, Aubrey.
That's very cool, Abby. I love Girl Scout cookies. Next up, we have Knox with Kevin Durant.
Thank you, Aubrey. Do you know who Kevin Durant is? He is known as one of the greatest players in NBA history. Kevin Durant was born September 29, 1980 and grew to be 6 foot 11 inches tall. He was recruited out of high school to play college basketball at the University of Texas. He won many awards and was the first ever freshman to be named to the Naismith College Player of the Year. In his career, he has played for the Seattle Supersonics, Oklahoma City Thunder, Golden State Warriors, and Brooklyn Nets. He is currently playing for the Phoenix Suns. He's even won 3 Olympic gold medals playing for the USA Olympics men's basketball team. He's won multiple awards such as Most Valuable Player, Rookie of the Year, and many scoring titles. His accomplishments are too long to list. Kevin Durant is not only a star on court but also on film. He appeared in the film Thunderstruck, playing himself in 2012. Kevin Durant wears jersey number 35 to honor his previous coach and mentor, Charles Craig, who was murdered at the age of 35. Kevin Durant is one of my heroes and one of the most amazing players of the year. Back to you, Grayson.
Wowzers, Knox. I never knew he won 3 Olympic medals. On to you, Bennett.
Thanks, Grayson. Two-star Albert Einstein was born in Ulm, Germany in March of 1879 and died in Princeton in April of 1955. During his life, he did many notable things, but the one that probably everyone has heard of is his special general theory of relativity, aka E=mc². His theories won him the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1921. When he moved to America, he did not have an official U.S. citizenship until 1940. One thing I bet you didn't know is that he approved the patent for the Toblerone chocolate mode. Albert spent 30 years trying for a theory explaining the behavior of all the matter in the universe. Albert Einstein was born in his house instead of a hospital. Speaking of being born, Albert had a child who didn't have evidence of being alive until 8 years after they were born. Finally, in 2009, over 50 years after his death, a photo of him sold for $74,000. Back to you.
That's crazy. No one knew his kid was alive until 80 years after he was born. You're up, Grayson.
Thank you, Aubrey. You probably know now, but Atari was one of the first home consoles ever made. In 1977, Ted Daphne and Nolan Bushnell created Atari. There were 5 consoles. The first Atari console was the Atari 2600. The first game on the Atari was Pong. The second console of the Atari consoles was the Atari 5200. It was made in 1982, and the last console was the Atari Jaguar. It was released in 1993. The worst game on the Atari was E.T. It did not sell because of the quality of the game. Atari wanted to join Nintendo, but Nintendo refused to offer. In 1996, the last Atari console was made. In conclusion, Atari was great because of the quality of its gaming at the time, and it changed the way technology was made. Back to you, Aubrey.
Oh, I never knew the first Atari was made in 1982, Grayson.
On to you, Aubrey.
Do you know about the New York Yankees? If not, keep listening. First, let's start with the basics. The New York Yankees began as the Baltimore Orioles. Then in 1903, they were switched to the Highlanders. That was because the Orioles decided to move to New York. The Boston Red Sox are the New York Yankees' biggest rival, and it's one of the biggest rivalries in sports. The 1927 Yankees were considered the best team in baseball history, winning 110 games and only losing 44. This is something Red Sox fans might not to hear. Anyway, the Yankees have won more AL pennants, 40, and 27 World Series than any other team in the MLB. This is a fact most baseball fans know. Their team colors are navy blue and white with pinstripes. Also, the Yankees play in the AL East Division. This is something most people don't know about the Yankees, but the Yankees are called the Yankees because of patriotic symbolism. Many of baseball players in the MLB have starred for the New York Yankees. Some of those players are Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, Joe DiMaggio, and Mickey Mantle. Sadly, all of these people have passed away. From 1949 through 1960, their manager Casey Stengel led the New York Yankees to 7 championships. James McCarthy's is an American professional baseball coach. He is the New York Yankees hitting coach. James Durant has 22 years of coaching experience in the MLB. James joined the Mariners in 1995 and stopped playing for them in 1996. Well, that sums it up. I hope you enjoyed my newscast, and thank you for listening. Back to you, Grayson.
That's cool that the Yankees won 122 games in 1927.
Thank you for listening to WNES, where the true news comes straight to you.
Hi, my name is Kenley.
Hi, my name is Mason, and we are WFTC.
First, we have Connor with James Hetfield.
Thanks, Kinley. Do you know about James Hetfield? He is the co-founder of Metallica. Metallica was a metal rock band that was popular in the 70s, 80s, 90s. Did you know that James Hetfield played piano? James Hetfield was 9 years old when he first began piano lessons, the same year his parents divorced. Did you ever know how Metallica was formed? It was formed by drummer Lars Ulrich and co-founder, singer, and lead guitarist James Hetfield. They formed the group in Los Angeles, California, when drummer Lars Jones posted an advertisement in the newspaper recycling looking for bandmates. That's all. Hope you had fun learning about James Hetfield. Back to you, Mason.
That's crazy how Hetfield began piano lessons at 9. Now we have Natalie of French Bulldogs.
Thank you, Mason. Have you ever heard of the French Bulldog? I'm sure you have. French Bulldogs originated in France in the 1400s. Most French Bulldogs have soft, loose skin that wrinkles at the shoulders. The French Bulldog is a small dog but very muscular. The French Bulldogs come in different colors and different shades of colors. The French Bulldog is known for its face and bat-like ears. They are fast and energetic dogs. A lot of people may not know this, but a French Bulldog is a brachycephalic breed. Brachycephalic means they have a flat-nosed face. French Bulldogs' faces are less wrinkled than an English Bulldog. Finally, a French Bulldog has a big square head and a flat nose. Hope you enjoy learning more about French Bulldogs. Back to you, Kenley.
Oh, I didn't know that they were found in the 1400s. Next, we have Liam with Neil Armstrong.
Thank you, Kenley. Did you know that Neil Armstrong was the first person to go to the moon and that he loved to fly? At the age of 6, Neil Armstrong developed an interest in flying. At the age of 15, he learned how to fly. At the age of 16, he got his plane license. Neil Armstrong flew in the Navy War and the Korean War. He flew 78 combat missions. He received 3 medals. 1 medal for 20 combat missions, another for service and defense, and the third was the United Nations Korean Medal. After the war, Neil went to Peru University for college. Then he became a test pilot. Neil Armstrong flew high-speed rocket planes like a X-15. Neil joined NASA's astronaut program. On March 16, 1966, Gemini 8 was launched. Armstrong was the commander of Gemini 8 spacecraft. Gemini 8 spacecraft was docked with an unmanned craft. Neil Armstrong was the walked space. Something went wrong. The LM's onboard computer shut down. The mission was cut short. Later, Neil was a backup pilot for Gemini 11. Neil Armstrong taught in the Department of Aerospace Engineering at the University of Cincinnati until 1979. He died at the age 82 from heart problems. Back to you, Mason.
That's cool how Neil Armstrong started flying at 15. Now we have Morgan with horses.
Thank you, Mason. Today I will be talking about did you know that horses are so big they weigh between 900 and 1,200 pounds? That's a lot. Another fact is horses can sleep standing up. They do this in case a predator comes up to them. One other, they can see in the dark as well as in the day. Horses have more rods than humans, as well as a reflecting membrane that increases the amount of light available to photoreceptors, giving them superior night vision. Lastly, horses are herbivores. Why do horses not eat meat, you may ask? Horses have delicate digestive systems which are geared up to process plant matter and not meat. Those are some facts about horses. Hope you enjoyed. Back to you, Kenley.
Wow, I didn't know they can weigh up to 1,200 pounds. Next, we have Cooper with Messi.
Thanks, Kenley. Do you know the name Lionel Messi? Lionel Andres Messi was born on June 24th, 1987 in Rosario, Argentina. Messi is currently 36 years old. Messi had a virus of not growing. He was 4'4" when he was 11. Messi became the first player to win the Ballon d'Or award 4 years in a row. The Ballon d'Or is the most prestigious award given to an individual soccer player. Messi had received the award a record of 8 times for the 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012, 2015, 2019, 2021, and 2023 seasons. However, Messi is a striker in mainly offensive position, and it is on top of the midfield. Messi's first professional soccer team was FC Barcelona. Messi scored 91 goals, the most goals scored by a player. Next, in 2023, he is signed with Inter Miami FC of Major League Soccer in the United States. Also, Inter Miami's co-owner is David Beckham. In conclusion, Messi is one of the greatest soccer players of all in the world. Back to you, Mason.
I didn't know that Messi won that award that many times. Now we have Kenley with Olivia Rodrigo.
Thank you, Mason. Have you heard of Olivia Rodrigo? I'm sure you have. If not, keep listening. Olivia Rodrigo was born in Temecula, California, February 20th, 2003. She began taking piano lessons as a child, and now look where she's at. Olivia Rodrigo began taking voice, piano, and guitar lessons as a child, and she acted middle and high school performances and began acting professionally in 2016 at the age of 16. In 2019, Olivia Rodrigo gained the lead role of Nene in High School Musical, the series. She wrote and performed all original songs from the series like All I Want. She became the first recording artist to start a career with 3 hit singles in the top 10. Olivia Rodrigo then launched a music career with her hit single Driver's License in 2021. Olivia Rodrigo's second album, Guts, was released in 2023, and she played the leading character Paige Olivera on Disney's TV series Bizarre Park 2016 to 2019. Here are some of her hit songs: Good For You, Vampire, and Driver's License. Here are some speed facts. Olivia Rodrigo's lucky number is 9. Her nickname is Livy or Liv. Her first song was Pretender. In High School Musical, the series, she was only 16 years old. Olivia Rodrigo is a vegetarian. Her favorite food is sushi. That's mine too. Her most liked song is Driver's License. Thank you so much for watching. Back to you, Mason.
Oh, I didn't know her first song was Pretender.
And finally, we have Mason with baseball.
Thank you, Kenley. Today I'm going to tell you about baseball. Baseball is a sport that is played worldwide and loved by most people. Baseball is a sport where boys of all different races can participate. In baseball, there are many different positions, including pitcher, catcher, first baseman, second baseman, shortstop, third baseman, right fielder, center fielder, and left fielder. The pitcher throws the ball to the catcher to strike the batter out. The batter is trying to hit the ball. If the batter hits the ball over the fence, it is a home run. But if the batter hits the ball over the fence and it hits the ground first, it is a ground rule double. That means the batter gets 2 bases, not them all. Both infielders and outfielders' jobs are to catch pop flies and field grounders and throw the ball to the base the person is running to. The catcher's job is to catch the ball after the pitcher throws it to them. They can also check the runner, which means they throw the ball to the base the runner is leading on. However, the catcher would only do this if the runner is leading far. Do you know anything about baseball cards? I bet you didn't know baseball cards can be worth $1 million or 1 cent. Most cards are worth no more than a few bucks though, but some are worth thousands. There are many different sets, such as tops and donors, which can be bought at Target, Walmart, and card stores. My favorite place to get baseball cards is Cards Are located at 501 Mammoth Road, Londonderry, New Hampshire. I hope you enjoyed learning about baseball. Back to you, Kenley.
Wow, I didn't know baseball cards had that many different sets.
Well, folks, that's it for WFTC, where the action never stops.
This is WGCY. It's not news if you're not with WGCY.
Hi, I'm Gabby.
And I'm Cora, Gabby's trusty friend.
Welcome
to our channel. That's WGCY. It's not news if you're not with WGCY.
First, we'll have Emmy with Ariana Grande,
Rennie with Axolotls,
Parker with Tom Brady,
Emmy with Mini Aussies,
Cora with Black Bears,
and last but not least, Gabby with Betta Fish.
First up, we'll have Emmy with Ariana Grande.
Thanks, Gabby. Ariana Grande was born in 1993 in Boca Raton, Florida. She's mostly known for her singing and acting. She first started acting in 2008 for the play 13. She got the role of Cat Valentine in Victorious, which is her most known role. Then after, she went still playing Sam with Cat with Sam Puckett from iCarly and played in the spin-off show Sam and Cat. Later, she started singing, and her first song was Put Your Hearts Up. Later, she came out with her new album, Yours Truly, and it blew up. It made Grande the 15th female artist to ever debut at #1 in the US with her debut album. It sold 650,000 per copies. Then she went on to make 4 more albums: My Everything, Dangerous Woman, Sweetener, and Physicians. She came out with her new album, Eternal Sunshine, this year on March 8th. Ariana Grande has won 6 iHeartRadio Music Awards, 5 MTV Video Music Awards, and 3 American Music Awards. She has also earned 12 Grammy nominations and 1 win. Her most successful album is Thank You Next. In 2015, Ariana released Christmas and Chill, a holiday album, and the single Focus, which debuted at #7 on the Billboard's Hot 100. Grande's net worth is $240 million. And those were some facts about Ariana Grande. Back to you, Cora.
Wow, Emmy, I didn't know that Ariana Grande was on Victorious. Next up, we have Rennie with Axolotls.
Thanks, Cora. Hello. Today I'm going to talk about axolotls and many facts. Did you know axolotls are friendly and don't need to be fed much? Second, axolotls are endangered and we need to help them. They are amphibians. They are a type of salamander. Axolotls have gills and lungs to breathe out of water and in water. Where do axolotls live? Axolotls are only found in 2 freshwater lakes in Mexico, Lake Ochimilco and Lake Chalco. Unfortunately, due to human encroachment, they are critically endangered. Pollution, habitat disruption, and diversion of water for human use have caused the axolotl population to dwindle in size. What are axolotls? The axolotl is a ptenomorphic salamander closely related to the tiger salamander. It is unusual among amphibians in that it reaches adulthood without undergoing metamorphosis instead of taking to the land. Adults remain aquatic and gilled. I hope you learned something about axolotls that you didn't know. Back to you, Cora.
Thanks, Brandy. I had no idea axolotls were a kind of salamander. Now it's Parker's turn with Tom Brady.
Thanks, Gabby. Have you heard of Tom Brady? I guarantee you have. But have you actually known anything about him except that he's a GOAT? Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr. was born on August 3rd, 1977 in San Mateo, California. He has 3 siblings. He's the only boy of 4 children. His siblings are Maureen, Julie, and Nancy. Tom Brady went to college at Michigan from 1995 to 1999 and got drafted to the Pats in 2000. They picked him in the 6th round. He was picked number 189. He played 1 game in his rookie year. He was official starter in 2001 after Drew Bledsoe was hurt. But he ended up going to the Bucs in early 2020. During his time in the NFL, Tom was known for his leadership qualities and his accurate passes. Together, Tom has 10 Super Bowl appearances and 7 Super Bowl wins. He's also had 15 Pro Bowl appearances and 5 MVPs. Tom is the only QB with more than 10,000 career playoff passing yards. He became the first QB with a combined total of 100,000 playoff and regular season passing yards. During the 2007 season, he threw 50 touchdown passes until Peyton Manning broke the record by throwing 55 in 2013. In 1 year, he won against the LA Rams, the Carolina Panthers, Seattle Seahawks, the Philadelphia Eagles, and the Atlanta Falcons. He's also the only QB to win 7 Super Bowls, but he's been in 10. He was named the Super Bowl MVP in 2002, 2004, 2015, and 2021. The legend retired in 2023 after his amazing career. I hope you liked learning about Tom Brady. Back to you, Cora.
Oh wow, Parker. I just learned that Tom Brady was born on August 3rd, 1977. Now we have Emmy with mini Aussies.
Thank you, Cora. My name is Emmy, and today I'm going to tell you about mini Aussies. Mini Aussies are usually multicolored. The mini Aussies' weight is around 20 to 40 pounds, and a male's height is 14 to 18, and a female's is 13 to 17. Mini Aussies are easier to train than a female Chihuahua. Mini Aussies' fur does shed, but if you brush their coat at least 3 times a week, they won't shed as much. You never want to shave a mini Aussie as their double coat keeps them cool in the heat and warm in the cooler months. Generally, if their coat gets dirty, you can just brush it out, but you'll also want to give your dog a bath occasionally, along with a nail trim, to keep them looking and feeling the best. Although these pups are generally healthy, they are prone to the same health conditions that can afflict Australian Shepherds, causing some to have eye diseases and spinal defects. Miniature Australian Shepherds generally live from 12 to 13 years, and the proper exercise, food, and regular trips to the vet, your dog will live a long and happy life. What to do when buying an Australian Shepherd? It's always a good idea to meet the parents of your new puppy and see how the litter interacts with each other. A good, trustworthy breeder should have records of the parent's lineage and it should be able to tell you about the specific litter. This breed is actually referred to as a miniature Australian Shepherd. Websites like the American Kennel Club website is a great way to start your journey with your new pup. Miniature Aussies don't usually bark or howl. They are great with little kids and cats. Some are good with other dogs and some aren't. Back to you, Gabby.
Thank you, Emmy. I never realized that mini Aussies don't shed. Now we have Cora with black bears.
Thank you, Gabby. Did you know that there are a lot of amazing things that you might not know about black bears? They aren't just simple creatures who eat berries, fish, and honey. They have a lot more of them than that. My first fact is that black bears weigh 100 to 400 pounds. Next, wolf packs and brown bears may prey on black bears. Brown bears eating black bears? I never expected that to happen. The average lifespan of an American black bear that lives in the wild is about 10 to 15 years. Also, they may climb up trees for safety or to find food. They have 5 claws on each foot, which are great to use for climbing. Sometimes, black bears eat non-natural food, such as birdseed and occasionally human garbage. This brings black bears close to people and can cause problems for both the human and the bear. The average black bear can outrun the fastest person in the world.
Finally, when bear cubs are born, they're blind. After 1 month, they open their eyes. Without a doubt, black bears, in my opinion, are some of the most exciting animals in the world. But be careful, they may be cute, but don't even think about petting them. Back to you, Gabby.
Thank you, Cora. I would have never known that black bears are faster than the world's fastest person in the world.
And now we have Gabby with betta fish.
Thank you, Cora. Did you know that there's a popular sport in Thailand when you watch two male betta fish fight? People come to a place that looks like a market and two components choose two different male betta fish. Then they let them see each other by taking out a piece of paper that lets the betta fish see each other. Then they fight by biting each other. Also, betta fish are also called fighting fish because they fight when they see each other. Betta fish are found in Malaysia archipelago, Indonesia, Vietnam, Laos, and Cambodia. The first betta fish was found in 1909. Did you know that most fighting occurs between two males? That's why they use two male betta fish for the sport in Thailand. Females occasionally fight males, but never fight another female. Did you also know that when a male betta fish is excited, it changes color? For example, if your male betta fish was once fight and it got excited, it could turn red, green, purple, and blue. Betta fish live between 2 to 5 years. Also, the oldest betta fish in the world was 10 years old. Betta fish are actually very intelligent. I hope you had a nice time learning about betta fish. Back to you, Cora.
Thanks, Gabby, for wrapping up our show with your amazing facts about betta fish. My favorite one was that the oldest betta fish in the world was 10 years old. Thanks for listening to WGCY. It's not news if you're not with WGCY.